Hello children, this is class 10th physics and today we will discuss a new topic of chapter electricity, that is Ohm's law. George Simon Ohm, he established a relation between electric current and potential difference, which is known as Ohm's law. For this, he did an experiment. He took a conductor and joins its both ends to the opposite terminal of the battery so that potential difference can be created. He wanted to find the relationship between potential difference V and current I. So he used a device which can measure current, that is ammeter. Ammeter means ampere meter. One electric circuit is given on the screen. Children, can you tell me the suitable position of ammeter in this circuit? When current enter into the circuit, it divided into two parts, that is I1 and I2. So when we put the ammeter on branch O and OB, we will not get the full current value in the ammeter. So the most suitable position of the ammeter will be on branch C because it is the place where complete circuit current can pass. So this is one of the most suitable position of the ammeter in the circuit where complete circuit current can pass. The device which you are watching on the screen is voltmeter. It is a device which can measure the potential difference between two points in electric circuit. One side of voltmeter is joined at high potential and other side at low potential of conductor so that potential difference can be measured at the ends of the conductor. Now our electric circuit is completed. We want to find the relation between current and potential difference. Ammeter will show the magnitude of current and voltmeter will show the potential difference at the ends of the conductor. Now we will note the reading. When 1 volt battery is applied, or we can say the potential difference of 1 volt is created, ammeter shows reading of 2 ampere. When 2 volt battery is applied or potential difference of 2 volt is created, then ammeter shows the reading of 4 ampere. When 3 volt battery is applied, ammeter shows the reading that is 6 ampere. Now, observation. We have seen when 1 volt battery replaced by 2 volt or 3 volt battery, current is also increased 2 times or 3 times. So how much potential difference is increased? Current is increased respectively. So by concluding this table, we get a relationship between potential difference V and current I, that is V proportional to I. This is known as Ohm's law. According to the Ohm's law, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference which applied across the ends of the conductor. So we can write here V proportional to I or V is equal to Ri. Here R is the proportionality constant, it is the resistance of the conductor. The SI unit of resistance is ohm, which is denoted by the symbol omega. So for the definition of ohm, we can write R is equal to V upon I, or 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt upon 1 ampere. So the resistance of a conductor is said to be 1 ohm if 1 ampere of the current flows through it when the potential difference across the ends is 1 volt. For the accurate result of Ohm's law, following physical conditions should remain same during the experiment. First, temperature. Temperature should remain during the whole experiment. Second is length of the conductor. Whatever wire we are using, it should be of same length in whole of the experiment. Third is the area of cross section of the conductor. Area of cross section means area of conductor perpendicular to the direction of flow of current. So it should be remain same during all of the experiment. Fourth is the material of the conductor. We know that resistance also depends on the type of the material. So the material of the conductor should remains the same during whole of the experiment. When we draw a graph between volt V and current I, so we get a straight line graph. The slope of the graph shows the resistance of the graph. We can find the slope by using the formula, and that is slope is equal to tan theta, and we know tan theta is equal to y upon x. At y axis voltage presence, and at the x axis current is present. So the resistance for the small part will be the dV upon di. Now one question arises, will slope always be dV upon di? No, slope will always not dV upon di. Slope will always be y upon x. When we take volt at x-axis and current at y-axis, then the slope of the graph will be di upon dV. In given figure, which shows high resistance among A and B. As we know, higher the slope, more will be the value of resistance. So, B will show higher resistance. Children, here some fill-ups are given which is based on Ohm's law. Try to do it yourself. In first question, state Ohm's law and express it mathematically. In question number 2, draw a circuit diagram to verify Ohm's law. In question number 3, draw a graph between potential difference V and current I. It is up to you at which axis you will take potential difference and at which axis you will take current, that is I.